talk about Mr. Kojima's.
Oh, Ojima.
Now, this is the official thing because they said they were going to do this. So the news isn't that they announced it, it's that it's happening, right? Kojima Productions launches new TV, film, and music division. So yeah, I believe we talked about this before. He said, we're probably going to do this. Now it's actually happening. So the new art department is based in Los Angeles.
California, LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's essentially an open production studio. So that he's going to try to be able to do other things. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, to be honest, it's like the only problem with having the company called Kojima Production is that how is this gonna work? Because if you had an open name that didn't have a specific thing, how is this a space that allows only Kojima to essentially play with his pet projects?
I think it's just his name and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting because okay, so he's going to try to make music or do other things. We'll see.
I'll put Norman Reedus in a bunch of movies.
Well, I mean, or maybe like do other funky things. Like he really wants to sort of get out of gaming in a way.
I think he's just doing it so he could meet Martin Scorsese. I think that's all it is.
I mean, he already met Martin Scorsese.
Okay, so he's done. He's his life goal.
No,
you guys think Kojima will win an Oscar in his lifetime? Imagine that. Maybe that's what he wants, right?
No, I don't think he's that would ever happen with him. To be honest.
Yeah, maybe that's what he wants.
I mean, you can definitely tell that he's a sort of he likes to schmooze and hobnob with all the famous people. Yeah. He likes all that sort of stuff.
I don't know. I've never heard this term hobnob before, but it doesn't sound pretty.
How have you never heard that? That's like
I've never heard that before.
Okay, now you know. It's pretty much an ass kisser. Kind of.
It's pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much like oh yes, I'm better. I'm going to hobnob with the rich.
Yeah.
I do tell.
Yeah. Yeah, like kind of like that. Like you just don't like. He seems to be into that whole. Oh, looks like we are losing Adam.
Oh damn it! We I didn't want to jinx it. I was gonna say, Adam's doing good.
Yeah, no, you fucked it up.
I was thinking about it.
You thought about it and fucked it up.
Man.
But yeah, when it comes to Kojima, I mean, I wish him all the luck on it. But I mean,
Carlos, we know a certain gaming journalist that used to try to hobnob with a lot of people. You know who I'm talking about. But we're not going to say that on air.
Here's the thing: the difference between him and Kojima is the fact Kojima is somebody, whereas that specific person is a nobody who just wants to kiss ass so that he can get himself further.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about all this? The crazy thing about this is there's a lot of people that fit this profile, but I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. There's one in particular. That rises over the rest.
Yes.
But yeah, man. Like
the hobnobbler, we call him.
The hobnobbler.
See, the big difference between him and Kojima or anyone like that is because Kojima actually built something on his own, as opposed to this guy who doesn't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah. By the way,
talentless hack.
Yeah.
Chill out. Someone. Oh, Mob Hits! Shout out to Mob Hits.
What's going on, brother?
He says, "Do you guys think that Kojima will win an Oscar in his lifetime?"
Nah. We already answered that.
Nah, he's not going to win that. I think in general, again, it him having a presence in the Hollywood, LA environment allows him to communicate easier with the people that he wants to use for his content. So they can set all that sort of stuff up. But now, who's the bigger question is Kojima Productions LA. Who's going to be in charge of that specific studio? Does he have a listing or people that he wants to get in there? What is that? Mm-hmm. What is that all about?
Yeah, I don't know, man. By the way, Subgator was. By the way, Subgator, you know who I'm talking about, man. He was on the War Zone. Oh man.
Yo, Sub-Gator, when are we going to Japan, man?
Yeah, right. That's crazy. What's up?
Yeah, I've just like been thinking, it's like, man, what's taking Kojima so long? It seems like this has been like a passion project for him his whole life, and he's had the I guess the clout to do something like this for a while now. So it's just curious that he's really like.
Did it really take
diving
long
into-
though? If you think about it, like he left,
No, I mean-
like he joined with Sony in like 2016, and it's 5 years later throw the Rona into the mix. So I think he's moving along pretty fast, actually.
I mean, he managed to. I mean, it was more like 2015 because he was gone the
Yeah.
year the year Metal Gear came out, and then maybe a few months later, he's been announced as he's opening the Kojima Productions thing. Then 2016, he did the first Death Stranding. 17, it was like
Re-announced
17?
it, yeah.
Yeah, and then it came out in 2019, so it was
Yeah.
only like a
28.
three-year development.
Yeah, so I think he's actually moving along pretty
He's
fast.
done pretty well,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is what Kojima wants to do. He wants to be among the Hollywood elite, you know?
Yeah, he wants to be among the Hollywood elite, and I think having a studio over there in LA sort of helps that because essentially it's the center of the Hollywood system.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys? Now I have a question. Do you guys think? Let's say there are no Metal Gear Solid games. They don't exist, or Metal Gear. Do you think if the story of Metal Gear was ever put into film before it did video games, and let's say Kojima did it, do you guys think the story would hold up for a like a movie or a TV series?
Oh,
or something
yeah,
like that?
especially the first game. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it would, but I think the weirdness of it may
That would
not-
have to just be jettisoned.
that would
be
have
honest.
to be jettisoned. Like
Yeah.
in other words, it would have to be a sort of take essentially the surface plot of
Yeah.
the game, and then not get too far into the weird spot, which they say that Jordan Vogt Roberts guy wants to sort of do, which I feel like it's not going to work for general audiences. You know,
Yeah.
you give it a little bit, but not too much. In other words, it's like enjoying it's like taking the original Matrix, right? The original Matrix, the bigger overarching story is very, very simple. Then you start getting into the Matrix 2, and then they're starting to try to get a little bit, weirder with it. And then that's when it started to lose people.
Yeah, that new Matrix looks terrible, by the way. Just
I am
saying.
not bothering with
Yeah,
that thing.
yeah. I mean, I'll probably watch it because on HBO it's free, but it's like, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It doesn't.
And
it
plus, I
doesn't-
get to rant about it on the podcast, right,
It
Carlos?
doesn't. It doesn't. That
know?
movie does not interest me at all.
No, it looks
Maybe-
bad. It looks terrible.
I mean, maybe I'll go see Ghostbusters 4.
Yeah, I've heard
Adam
decent
liked
things
it.
about that one.
Good things in it.
Adam, Brett liked it too, but I don't care. I'm not watching it.
It's a feel good. It's a feel good tearjerker.